Hey guys, Doc Pattison here with a wrap-up of Core 52 Week 30 on the theme of servant leadership. Now in class, guys, I believe that Andy asked a question. How many of you guys like getting a back scratch? And I hear that every hand in the room went up. And then he asked, how many of you guys like giving one? And I hear that a few of the weirder ones did raise their hands. But be honest, it often feels more fun to be served than to serve, right? And all week long in your Core 52 readings, you've been watching Jesus take that instinct and flip it completely upside down and call it leadership. Do you remember the scene? Jesus is walking up to Jerusalem to die, and he knows it. For the third time, he's told his guys exactly what's coming. Betrayed, condemned, mocked, flogged, killed, and then 3 days later raised. And right then, James and John pull him aside. Jesus, we want you to do whatever we ask, a blank check. When you take your throne, we want the top seats, one on your right, one on your left. And Jesus, so much nicer than I would have been, Jesus says, you don't know what you're asking. You see, they pictured a regal throne, but Jesus knew that his most glorious throne was a cross. And do you remember who actually ended up at his right and his left? 2 thieves on crosses of their own. The other 10 got mad, not because it was a stupid question, but because James and John asked it first. All 12 wanted those seats. So do we. So Jesus calls a timeout, and he redefines leadership forever. He says, you know how the rulers of this world lord it over their people. It will not be so with you. Whoever wants to be a leader among you must be your servant. And then here's a line from class. In Jesus' kingdom, the ladder to greatness goes down. So Jesus calls a timeout, and he redefines leadership forever. He says, you know how the rulers of this world lord it over their people. It will not be so with you. Whoever wants to be a leader among you must be your servant. And then there was that line, in Jesus' kingdom, the ladder to greatness goes down. And Jesus didn't just say it. The night before he died, our God in a bod wrapped a towel around his waist and washed 12 sets of dirty feet, a job so low you couldn't even force a Jewish slave to do it. He washed the feet of Peter, his denier. He washed the feet of Judas, his betrayer, already committed to the betrayal. Guys, that's love without limits. It's not a technique. It doesn't wait to be loved back. And then there was this verse, our memory verse. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others, and to give his life as a ransom for many. A ransom is the price that sets a slave free. Somebody pays your debt. Someone takes your place. Guys, we make messes we can't fix, and a loving God just can't blow off sin because sin always hurts his kids. So a loving God pays the debt himself. Every religion in history has people making sacrifices to God. Only the gospel says God became the sacrifice for us, which means we don't serve to earn grace. We serve because we have been served by our King. And when you have been ransomed, you have nothing left to prove and no one left to impress. Did it work? Ask John. The same guy who begged for a throne, he wrote 60 years later, this is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us. And now we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. Grace changed him, and it will change us. And here's Peter. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others. You are outrageously gifted, guys, and none of it is yours. We're managers of God's stuff and stewards who have been ransomed to serve. So here's your challenge. One person, one act of service, preferably secret. Don't announce it. Don't be obnoxious about it. Just wash someone's feet. Just figuratively. Cover for that coworker. Sit at that bedside. Be tender when your spouse comes home grumpy. And keep those 4 little words loaded and ready. How can I help? Because here's the paradox nobody believes until they try it. Joy doesn't come from being served. It comes from serving alongside our dad. So one more time together. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Say it daily until it says you. Guys, see you next week.